Good morning, all. I, Vijaya, your teacher of English, welcome you all to Rishikul Online School. Today, we are going to discuss the Sermon at Benares, Chapter 10 from the book First Flight, and this is Module 3. That the story is about a lady called Kisa Gotmi. Her only son died, and in her grief, she carried the dead child to the neighbors, asking them for the medicine. At last, she met a man who told her that he could not give her any medicine but knew of a physician who could save her child, rescued her child. He told her to go to Sakya Muni, the Buddha. Thus, hoping to get back her son, she went to Buddha and asked for medicine to cure her son. Buddha told her to first get a handful of mustard seed from a house where no one had lost a dear one. Thus, she went from house to house, asking for mustard seeds. When she asked if someone had died in their family, they told her that the dead are many, but the living are few. They asked her not to remind them of their grief, so she could not get mustard seeds, as asked by Buddha, because there was not a single house where someone had not died. So now let's read further. The Buddha said, "The life of mortals in this world is troubled and brief and combined with pain. For there is not any means by which those that they have been born can avoid dying. After reaching old age, there is death. Of such a nature are living beings. As ripe fruits are early in danger of falling, so mortals, when born, are always in danger of death." Now, Buddha in his sermon preached that life of mortals is troubled and brief, combined with pain. After old age, death is inevitable. He compared the life of men to fruits. He told, when ripe are always in danger of falling, men in their old age too are always in danger of death. All earthen vessels end up being broken, so is the life of all mortals. As all earthen vessel made by potter end in being broken, so is the life of mortal. Both young and adult, both those who are fool and those who are wise, all fall into the power of death. All are subject to death. In these lines, Gautam Buddha compared the life of all mortals to a ripe fruit, and he says that death is inevitable. Earthenware are bound to break, they do not last forever. Similarly is the nature of mortals. Once broken, they cannot come back to the same physical self. The dead do not come back by lamenting or grieving. Of those who overcome by death depart from life, a father cannot save his son, nor kinsmen their relations. Mark, while relatives are looking on and lamenting deeply, one by one mortals are carried off, like an ox that is led to the slaughter. So the world is afflicted with death and decay. Therefore, the wise do not grieve, knowing the terms of the world. Not from weeping nor from grieving will anyone obtain peace of mind. On the contrary, his pain will be the greater and his body will suffer. Now, in these lines, Gautam Buddha says that the dead do not come back by lamenting or grieving. On the contrary, the pain and the suffering of those who grieve increases and their health too is affected. Thus, it is futile, it is a waste to weep at the death of loved one. Peace of mind can be obtained by overcoming grief, which is necessary. He will make himself sick and pale, yet the dead are not saved by his lamentation. He who seeks peace should draw out the arrow of lamentation and complaint and grief. He who has drawn out the arrow and has become composed will obtain peace of mind. He who has overcome all sorrows will become free from sorrows and blessed. In these lines, Gautam Buddha preaches that wise do not grieve because they know that life is temporary and one who is born has to die. All human beings are led towards death like an ox to be slaughtered. Death is common to all. Therefore, understanding this truth makes it easier to accept the loss of kith and kin. So, Buddha delivered this preaching, this lesson at Benares to tell to all humans that death nobody can stop. Here, Gautam Buddha preaches her not to be selfish. Selfishness is when we are only concerned about ourselves. Our pain and loss makes us ignore the suffering of others. Thus, Kisa Gautami becomes selfish and forgot the idea of death. She was only concerned about reviving her son. Kisa Gautami realized that by going to every house asking if someone had died in their family, she must have given pain to them by reminding them of their grief. She had been thinking about just her son and her grief. So, at that moment, she was becoming selfish. She also realized that immortality can only be achieved by surrendering all selfishness. This is all for today. We will meet in next module. Till then, bye bye. Thank you.